time to join me today. This is Exceptional Women Show, and I am Lydia Njoroge. My guest today is the current CEO of the Kenya Girl Guides Association, Mrs. Lydia Njoroge.
Yes.
Thank you for joining me.
It's my pleasure.
So, when people hear Kenya Girl Guides Association, they wonder, the people who are curious out there, they wonder, okay, it's just marching and that's it. Is there more to just marching and raising the flag?
Thank you. My name, as you've said, is Lydia Njoroge. I'm the CEO of Kenya Girl Guides. I'm really happy to shed some more light on girl guiding.
And some of these myths.
And to demystify what girl guiding is. Girl Guides is a worldwide movement. It's not just a Kenyan affair. It's marching and beyond. Marching and those are just the ethics and some of the practices. But basically it's about empowerment of the girls, and our vision is the girls creating a better world. So basically it's focuses on making women and young women and girls more assertive, more empowered, and more able to influence decisions in all spheres of their lives.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So tell us briefly, who is Lydia and for how long have you been in the Kenya Girl Guides Association? As a CEO and also as a member.
Thank you. I am over 40, a mother of 3 sons.
Over 40?
Yes.
I would have guessed maybe you're only 2 years older than me. Okay. Thank God for good genes.
We thank God. And a passionate lady in terms of economic empowerment as well as general empowerment of women and girls. A beneficiary of people who have invested greatly in me as a lady in leadership, but also as a young girl in my formative years. I joined Girl Guiding in 1988.
Oh, wow.
And we say once a guide, always a guide.
Always a guide, yeah.
So when I come back to guiding now as a CEO in my new capacity this year, I'm happy to serve and to lead. We are going through a really interesting phase, robust growth. We want to double our numbers from 400,000 to over 1 million.
So currently it's 400,000?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And to triple our impact, that for one girl, she can make a difference in not just her school or her workmates, but even her family and her community.
So you joined the movement in 1988. So what really attracted you to want to join the Kenya Girl Guides?
When I joined guiding, then I was about 13 years. What brought me into guiding was the first impressions of confidence to be able to host the flag in front of a whole school, involvement with other girls in a club movement that I thought then was progressive, and I still hold it is. The sheer beauty of how Girl Guides looked. Very clean, very tidy. But also the values and ethics that the Girl Guiding stands for, from loyalty, people of great integrity, to generally promoters of social values. Yes.
All right. So you just mentioned a few values, but what is the major core value of the guides?
We call ourselves the DISC ambassador. D standing for dignity, the dignity of the girl, integrity, servant leadership, citizenship, and spirituality. So it's basically a holistic girl. But for me, what really I take home is integrity, because it's one of the ingredients that are really needed for a successful generation. Yeah.
Okay. So you've been in the movement for like 30 years now, like you mentioned.
Yes.
What are some of the life lessons you would say being part of that you've learned and is actually helping you in your other aspects of your life?
The interesting thing, as I stand here as a woman leader, I look very assertive and confident. I was the shy girl.
Okay.
And guiding brought out my confidence and my leadership skills from being a patrol leader, in charge of just a team of 8 girls, now to being in charge of corporates, where I've been in charge of hundreds of staff. One of the things that I can say is my self-confidence, my integrity. I've been above board in my dealings as a person, as an employee, as the leader.
Because that is a requirement.
Yes. As well as a wife and a mother, being dutiful. I am also very patriotic in terms of citizenship. Yes, not that I don't travel out of Kenya, but I think this is the place where my heart is.
Kenya first.
Kenya first.
Yeah.
Others follow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's very interesting. So what are some of your responsibilities as the CEO of Kenya Guides?
As the CEO of Kenya Girl Guides, my greatest responsibility is to nurture leadership across all levels, not just in the girls that we are targeting as Girl Guides, but within my staff team, to be the change that I want to see in girl guiding. So taking guiding through almost an evolution from a movement that was formed close to 100 years ago to be relevant today, a decade and a century later. So my main aim is to be in the forefront for change management, but especially deep down in terms of servant leadership, be able to fold my sleeves and get dirty, go out there in all parts of this country. Even the counties that I have not yet visited, I will be coming to visit and to make impact and to recruit and to train girls. Yes.
Okay. You just mentioned some of these counties that interior and maybe you just new on the job. You're only 3 months?
I'm 3 months now.
So how do you find it?
It's exciting. I have a lot to look forward to every new day. I think I settled as soon. The culture is good. The people are very receptive. And the strategy is already out there. So what we need is the execution. So we have our hands and our feet roaring to go.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now back to the counties and some of these counties. By the numbers you have, which places have fewer girls?
Northeastern is one of the areas where we have, yes, we have very vibrant girl guide units in the place, but very few girls. Of course, mainly because our structure has been based on the schools, and that has been, you can also say it's a structural challenge more than an intentional challenge. But I'm happy to say in 44 out of the 47 counties, we have active girl guiding. But it has to be 47 out of 47 by end of 2018. So which is the ambition to reach out to the few that are not yet active. Yeah.
So what could be like some of the reasons these areas have fewer girls compared to say the cities and other places?
What I would look at as reasons, one is the school enrollment, and where the focus is just on the formal education, and we have had not very active non-formal interventions. That would be a structural problem. But I also look at it from an angle of resource mobilization. Of course, in addition to the government sponsoring all public school girls to enroll freely, there is a uniform which also becomes a barrier. Yeah, so that's one of the barriers, really.
When I was growing up here, I come from a very humble background.
Yes.
And so you have school uniform, end of story.
Yeah, that's a reality.
So
and
I
even
wanted to join, but I couldn't.
That's unfortunate, and we don't want that to be a challenge in the 21st century, which it can easily be, because you'll find even schools, there are people who don't even have the school uniform, but that should not be a reason for them not to access. So we are looking at partnerships towards making sure that girl guiding, with or without the other resources, is no child is hindered. It's an opportunity for all girls. Yes, because the values are meant to be spread to all girls. Yes.
Okay, so you're looking for partners who can come in, and if there's somebody out there watching, who want to donate the guides, uniforms, and other things like that.
Yes.
These are the kind of partners you're looking for.
Yes.
Yeah. For the girls who are not able to buy.
To afford,
especially from the informal settlements and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there a point that a girl guide can retire?
It's a voluntary movement. Well, we say once a guide, always a guide. But you may not be active for some. Like I may say, the last 25 years I've not been very active in guiding. Yeah, mainly because out of school there was not much of the structure of guiding and how to support. But we have created a new structure that allows people even out of school, in campuses, at their workplaces, even retirees, to give back to guiding.
So a person like me who missed out.
Yes.
Am I too old to join and start learning?
You can always join girl guiding at any age, from 3 years to as long as you shall live.
As long as I can.
Yes.
So now, assuming I want to join now, So what are some of the steps, or what am I expected to do? Or what is the process? Because it's different.
To join guiding is very simple. You just give me your particulars, because first you have to be female, which you fully qualify. And then I'll give you contacts of the guide leaders within your environment. So if you're in Nairobi, we have the guide leaders that will be in the category that which you fall under. If you're in a school program, we have the school guide leaders, and we have the school units.
Okay.
So it's open at all levels, yes, to join.
Yeah.
And for public school, I already said it's free entry. For out of school, we have a small fee from 50 shillings for private schools, 200 for college goers.
Ah, okay. So it's
it's affordable.
Yeah.
It's affordable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want every girl to be on board.
Yes. Cost should not be the barrier. Yes.
All right. So Lydia, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, I know you're just new on the job, but I'd like for us to hear the vision you have, apart from increasing the numbers.
Yes.
Also want to hear what else you have
Thank
for
you.
the Kenya Girl Guides. Don't go too far. We'll be back in a bit. Welcome back. Just in case you joined me, my guest today is the current CEO of the Kenya Girl Guides Association, Mrs. Lydia Njoroge. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
So now I know we'll get into the vision just shortly, but looking at the way the world is today, I know it's quite different from how you were the days you were growing up, maybe when you were 10 or a teenager even. Why do you think it's important for girls to have strong mentors?
The age we are in, particularly when you look at it from a digitalization, the child is prone to all sorts of influences. And in the absence of proper role modeling, there's a likelihood of settling down for what we see on social media as the ideal. The ideal, which at times, and most times is not real. It's not the real deal. So the real environment, possibly the challenges are very different from our time. Ours was really a concrete, not a concrete jungle, it was a real jungle out there for me growing up in a rural setting. But for someone growing up today, whether it's in a rural setting, the influences of social media, peers, and other social vices, and also general things like corruption has been really magnified. So values and vices can be a bit confusing. Can be a bit confusing for the girl. So there's need for mentorship, conscious mentorship, where we talk of social values and ethics, and embrace every girl as a future for a great change.
So during when Kibaki's government came in during the NAC, remember the NAC?
Yes.
It was like Kenyans got a new lease of life. And every public office, there's huge sign, corruption free.
Yes.
But looking at, and I know in the Kenya Girl Guides, one of the values you just mentioned is honesty and things like this.
Yes.
And it's like corruption has been magnified in another level, and people don't still think it's important to hold some of these values. So even in our homes, how is it important, even as we talk about mentorship, the roles that mothers can play and parents can play, especially the mothers, in terms of nurturing the kids and instilling some of these values in them?
Thank you. When you look at Vision 2030, and it's about 13 years away, so the teenagers today are the people that we are addressing in terms of delivering that vision. So how we want to influence them is to make sure that they are girls and women of integrity. They are beacons of social values, and they are also champions of change. That is, I'm looking at a woman from a household level, where a woman nurtures a child, trains them in terms of not just language, but values and virtues. And this child, as they grow, even the book of Proverbs is very keen on how we nurture children as they grow. You train them up in the way that they'll go, and they will not depart. So that this next generation that we will see will be able to execute all the other goals that we have set ourselves as a nation and as a world. Yeah.
So it's very important as charity begins at home.
Charity begins at home. Mannerisms begin at homes. I used to always hear the former First Lady, referring to values, and would ask someone, who is your mother? And it may sound hilarious, but they meant, who taught you this? Because mothers were expected to teach values. And they're the nurturers of value. Yeah.
And do you think maybe this a lot of mothers right now, they are busy, a long time ago mothers were just at home.
Yes.
A lot of them didn't have careers.
Yeah.
But now mothers are empowered, their career women, and a lot of them are going back to get their masters, doing classes. So maybe sometimes the time you get with your child is maybe over the weekend,
yes,
if at all they are available. So do you think this sometimes affects how our children grow up?
Of course, I know the challenges of a career woman. I am one. I am a career wife and mother.
Yeah.
The thinking of working, doing my masters, taking care of the children, I know can be a juggling skills. But the quality of time that you give should also be value-based. Whatever time you have, make influence. Take time on a daily basis, even with work and others, because you can't say that you will not be working mothers, and have time to teach them values and to influence them. Model the values yourself. In fact, what I've seen from girls, even from boys, our children learn more from what they see than what we say. So let's also know we are teaching them with the quality of life that we live. Yeah.
I know that because I told him my son will be turning 11, and you keep telling him something so much, and nowadays he holds me to account.
Yeah.
Like, Mom, no, but you said you can't.
Yes. So we are training the values that we also want to live.
Like one day I remember I was coming to the office, and so my house is 5 minutes away from here.
Oh,
so I was called, and I remember saying, okay, I'm on my way. As in I'm going to wear my shoes and leave, and my son was around, and I was like, no, you're still here. And then I said, no, sorry, I shouldn't say that when you're here. And then he was like, oh, so you say it differently when I'm not here. So I literally had to apologize, because I realized it's actually they watch. They
watch.
We run our lives.
Yes.
So that was a wake-up call for me.
And it's a wake-up call always to realize you have people who hold you to account.
Yeah.
Because it's good to deliver high standards of ethics and morality, but do we live them? Do we practice them?
Yeah. So
And
that was a wake-up call.
You're an awesome son that is able to actually put you to task.
It did.
You're right here, you're not out there.
Yeah. You've not left yet. But
Yeah.
Okay. So now you said you have this ambitious goal, and how you want the Girl Guides the growth. So what is your strategy?
My strategy is, I'll call it bottom-up strategy, from mobilization, looking out to all girls across all counties, to training them, rolling out. We're actually even revamping our curriculum for girl guiding. We realize the program books with passage of time may not be as relevant as they were, to coming up with exciting interest badges, even in the areas of science and technology, the things that girls have also shied away from, but also in other areas that are critical, like peace building and conflict, nature, and taking care of the environment. And also other life skills like handicrafts, doing entrepreneurship, debating. So looking at a holistic girl and giving opportunities for the girl to go through almost every dynamic and aspect of life, either through debating about it, talking about it, reading about it, or just basically experiencing it through their guiding units.
Okay.
Yes.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So now, look, from where you sit right now, looking at the Kenya Guides 5 years from now, what do you see? What is the picture?
The picture that I see when I look at Girl Guides from now will be more than 3 million girls. In terms of the young girls, that's those that are between 3 to age 30. But also another close to 1.5 million that are mentors, the age 30 to above, that can provide a lot of support in terms of training, mentorship, even coaching of the younger girls. I think of it having more than 150,000 trained guiders who can actually carry out guiding training all over Kenya, because we're looking at a devolved system of government where each county has at least to its disposal not just one that is shared across like a province, but having a pool of trained people at every county level.
Yeah.
I'm also looking at more involvement of volunteers. I think we have a lot of a national volunteer policy that was done last year, Many Kenyans want to give back. They don't know how, they don't know where. This is one place you can start through guiding. So whether it's a friend of guiding, whether you're a man or you're a girl guide yourself as a woman, there's a way you can plug in and be able to contribute to the welfare of our young girls and the young women.
So the men can come in as friends of the guide?
Yes, we encourage men to be friends of guiding. We also encourage them to be able to articulate, because we can't have an empowerment where the whole society is not aware of what is happening.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there has to be a balance.
We have to strike a delicate balance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's some communities where they're still struggling with early marriages and very cultures that are very progressive when it comes to the girl child and things like that. Sometimes they don't even go to school because of the cultural issues and all that. Do you think Girl Guide could be one of the solutions that could actually get these girls and have them empowered and give them this information?
Thank you. The culture has influence on how we treat the girl child, and those negative practices are spread, and they are more rampant in most of the rural settings. Yeah. And girl guiding, even at current, is involved in some of the counties. I talk of Kajiado, where a key issue has been early marriages. So trying to talk to girls about their sexuality when they are at a certain age, telling them the benefits of keeping in school, but also influencing the male fraternity, that's their fathers, their brothers, on why they need to support the girl to go through education as opposed to marrying off early. This is just one of the practices that we are looking at, but there are many others in other areas that put the girl in a disadvantaged position, and we want girl guiding to be actively seen as a lobby for girl rights. So right to education, to good health, and all the other basic rights as constitutionally provided for. Yeah.
So, of course, the culture and the early marriages could be some of the reasons why there's a low girl guides in certain areas of this country. And of course, you've said you're working on a strategy on how to improve on the growth. And I also know that the First Lady, you said she's
our patron. Yes.
So how has her involvement with the movement, what has that had, the effect it has had?
For any Kenyan, the First Lady is endeared to all of us from her standpoint of articulating girl and women issues. And we are really humbled for her to serve as a patron for the Kenya Girl Guides Association. She has really been instrumental in influencing areas from the mobilization, from growth. You'll see in her tenure we've really had an improved growth rate. Through her initiatives, we are also looking at getting back all Girl Guides, an alumni kind of association, where we can be able to tap into the resources of her and other prominent women who've gone through guiding at some point in their lives, or who are now supporting guiding even at later life. We also really appreciate the role of our patron, and also in support with the government. The government really does a lot to support the girl guiding from a resource mobilization. I am privileged to say that every girl in a public school has their membership fully paid by the government of Kenya. And this is some of the initiatives, freely.
So there's no reason as to why you cannot join?
No.
Maybe just a uniform and that you're looking for partners in case you cannot afford?
Yes. Yeah.
So that's really
So we really appreciate her support to girl guiding and her leadership to us, yes.
Okay. So all those years being a girl guide, do you have like a memorable moment as a girl guide, especially when you were in school?
I have many memorable moments as a girl guide, but one that stands out, any acts of good turn or community service, where whether we would decide to go and clean up a dining hall as girl guides, as opposed to those assigned that duty, and what that communicated to those that assigned that people are willing to help in areas, even cleaning the ablution block. So those things of good turn are things that I still find myself able to do without coercion, but it was inbuilt that point when I was a young girl.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, camping experiences are out of this world.
It's the best.
Yeah.
All right. So in the age that you're living in of socialites and sponsors, why is it important for girls to understand the importance of hard work?
Thank you for any success, in fact, they said that the elevator to success is broken down. You have to use the stairs. Success is long and hard, and it's basically a hard work game. The shortcuts that appear, particularly where posts shows a lot of success, a platform of money, illusionary money everywhere, and assets built overnight. That really is not the right thing. Anyone who has succeeded has had to work for it. And the premium for success is hard work. There's no other premium. Yeah.
There's no shortcut.
There is no shortcut.
So hard work is still part of the
It is the deal. Hard work pays.
Hard work is the deal.
Hard work is, yeah, it pays.
Yeah. So why do you think, especially this generation, I told you we were having a conversation in the office about, is it the generation Y or the generation X?
It's Y and now there's Z.
Yeah, now there's Z.
Yeah.
Okay. So why is it they're interested in quick fixes? What is it that the parents today are doing that the parents of 30, 40 years ago were doing differently? What is it that has changed?
We are in a changing environment. I think times are dynamic, even from the environment in which we are parenting, from technology to other things that we are not available at that point. So it's challenging ourselves as parents in this century. How do we get the best of the generation that we are nurturing? Yeah, and they are an instant generation, but how do you allow them to appreciate the process, not just the output or the result? Yeah, so we need to really walk them through why it is helpful to go through a process than just wake up one day. Of course, with the betting and other things that are happening, people realize you could actually just spend your time.
Sit at home and bet.
Yeah. So why work long and hard hours and absent yourself? Yeah, but those may be one of opportunities and windfalls, which at times are not even managed to the best of their abilities. But hard work, which you build cumulatively, you also learn how to account for it and to take care of what you have as a good steward. Yeah.
Okay. So there's probably a girl out there watching this and they're wondering, I've always wanted to join the Girl Guide. So is there preconditions? Are there qualifications? And for those who are in school or outside, I know you've mentioned it's free. What else? Is there anything else that is required of them for any girl out there who wants to join the movement?
Thank you. For any girl out there, if you're age 3 years and above, Girl Guiding is for you. There's not much in terms of other requirements. You just need to plug into the club within your neighborhood. Or you can't get access to your neighborhood, you can get our contacts thereafter for the Kenya Girl Guides head offices, and we'll be able to link you up with a club within your environs. We want to nurture values, but within also confines of the convenience of where a girl is. Yes.
So they're actually clubs, not just the school clubs. They're actually clubs.
Yes, we also have out-of-school clubs, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Any girl who's out of school can join that?
Yes, including those that are mothers. Don't feel like because I didn't become a Girl Guide when I was a younger girl, I don't have an opportunity. No. You still have a chance to join Girl Guiding.
I'll probably join.
Please do.
On a very serious note.
I'll send you the form. I'll send you the form.
I'll be happy to fill it.
Yes.
All right. So
and also the interactions with peers is very enriching, because as much as you outgrow the challenges of growing up, now in your career you'll find people at your career level or even at other executive levels who also add value to you through interaction. So you also get a very good network of successful people or people that you can also help to become successful. Yeah.
So you get enriched.
You get enriched, and you also enrich.
Others.
It's not a give, it's also give and take. You also get a lot of value. Yeah.
That's very important.
Yes.
All right, Lydia Njoroge,
Thank
the
you.
Kenya Girl Guides Association CEO. It was really a pleasure to have you on the show today.
My pleasure too.
And keep up the good job.
Thank you, and keep up the good job.
Thank you.
As
And
well.
I know you're just 3 months into the job, so maybe I'll call you here after a month.
Yes.
We have this conversation because I'd like to know
How it goes.
those numbers are working.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right.
Yes.
So thank you very much, and all the best in your new work.
Thank you.
Okay. So this has been the Exceptional Women Show. I am Miriam Guto, and until next time, thank you for watching.